Many of the cartoons we all grew up watching and loving never failed to make us laugh, gasp, and have a great time. They were filled with silly moments like pies to the face, falling off cliffs, and explosions. The stunts in these shows, although entertaining and jaw-dropping, did not often follow the laws of physics, but instead followed the laws of what many animated filmmakers call cartoon physics or fictional physics. As Bart Simpson states, cartoons don't have to make sense, and as Toon recalls, lots of things happen in cartoons that just don't make sense in the real world. That's part of the fun of cartoons. That's not to say that all cartoons don't simply follow some kind of laws, but these just don't work in the real world. A group of 10 laws and 5 amendments make up what is called the Cartoon Laws of Physics, which simply outlines some of the laws that many cartoons stunt makers follow. For example, Law 9 says, everything falls faster than an anvil. Of course, what may be even funnier than watching these stunts is being able to digest and analyze them, as many physics students do. Although they may not be good to try at home, they can be beneficial teachers in the classroom.
One cartoon in particular that has been accused of both exaggerating and blatantly breaking the laws of physics is the famous Wile E. Coyote. All Wile wants to do is catch the Roadrunner. However, each of his wild stunts never seems to work. Is it simply due to the fact that the Roadrunner is far too speedy, or because he doesn't use physics before attempting his tricks? Wile's stunts have been evaluated by students all over the map, especially the one with his outboard motor. In this stunt, Mr. Coyote, on rollerblades, straps himself to an outboard motor that is attached to a tub of water. He attempts to make it across a canyon, as you can see in this brief video. In the first 40 seconds of this video, Wile will wind up the motor and begin to accelerate forwards. However, the first problem arises when we can clearly see that his momentum is not conserved. If he is moving to the left, something must be moving to the right, so that he can gain momentum and move faster. Furthermore, the total sum of the momentum of the system must add up to 0. If Wile was strapped to a rocket instead of a tub and motor, fuel would be pushed to the right and allow him to propel forward. Also, if his water was being pushed out of the tub to the right, he would also accelerate forward. In the last 12 seconds of the video, when Wile sees the danger sign, he begins to frantically detach himself from the motor and tub. He does so, yet still slides off of the cliff while the motor makes it across. As for this part of the motion, the motor would not be able to make it across the canyon alone without some kind of force still propelling it forward. And we know that since momentum was already not conserved, this would be impossible. As for Wile, he remains suspended in midair for a few seconds as he watches with awe at the motor making it across the cliff. This disobeys many of Newton's laws, as one cannot simply be suspended in midair for more than a millisecond without something holding it up. The force of gravity would force him to plummet to the ground, roller skates and all. The stunts we see in cartoons and other shows, although funny and enjoyable to watch, are not possible when analyzing them from a physical standpoint. Many of the stunts disregard gravity, momentum, and the basic laws of nature. Their potential to be evaluated and picked apart in classrooms and in problems, however, can be beneficial to students in science classes everywhere. There is a whole line of children's books with just Wile E. Coyote stunts that are meant to be shown to kindergartners with the hopes they will learn some fundamental laws of the universe. At the end of the day, these shows bring us all so much joy, and it's okay if there is a little too much imagination involved.